were talking about coaching and the attack, and you feel like the goals are going to come here soon?
Yeah, I mean, I said it after the game. When you create chances, and quality chances, because just shooting the ball from 30 yards for me isn't a quality chance.
Mm-hmm.
But we had a lot of positive actions in the box. I think it was 20 based on Opta, and in terms of, for me, clear chances, if I'm dissecting the game, you're probably looking at 5-6 clear chances that, probably should have and could have, would have been goals. But so I'm encouraged by that, and if we keep that up, we're gonna score goals.
More than half the games, I think, in the last 18 at the park have been draws. How frustrating does it get when the team is performing offensively, but they just can't score?
Well, a lot less frustrating than if we were losing them, right? I think we lead the league in MLS in terms of least losses in the last 2 years. So we've lost, I think, 4 games in 35 at home. So that's pretty good, isn't it?
No, you're
not
right.
getting beat, right?
No, you're right.
Do you have an update, any more current update on Chara?
Yeah, he's healthy. He's ready. So he's trained all week. So he'll play.
How about Valeri and Will? I watched them shooting here at the end of training. And do you have just a status report or an update on those guys?
Their shooting was good.
The timeline.
Yeah, shooting was really good.
Did you see Will knocked over Danny?
You're on a comedy roll today, so doesn't hold dry humor.
No changes, Like I said, it's going to be, to be honest with you, Molly, I don't know. It's going to be a week-to-week in that last stage thing, especially for Will, because Will structurally is good. His leg's healed, but it's a matter of, getting the strength in the leg and the confidence in the leg, and he's got to progress to training first. So you guys will know these guys will be a lot closer once you see them in training, and then it's probably another month even after that. So once they get into training, I think we'll have a better sense of how quickly they're gonna be back and progress. But they certainly look good. I mean, you watch them, it's hard for me to want to push and say, hey, I think they're ready. But the athletic training staff has a pretty strict return to play, and it is subjective to how they're progressing. We do chat from week to week, but right now I'm just waiting for when they give me the green light to put them in training, and then from there I think we'll really be able to tell, kind of how far away they are.
Can you talk a little bit about Jack and how well he played last week?
Thought it was outstanding. Just looked like seasoned professional. I thought his positional sense was very good. He's a smart player, and I think probably as the years go on, he's gotten even smarter. He has to be smarter in his positioning and how he reads the game. And I thought for me that was probably the best part of his game against Salt Lake, was just he positioned himself really well, and then on the ball he's clean and we can play through him. As a tactic, we didn't play through the holding mids quite as much in that game, but we expect Chara and Jack to be on the ball a bit more in this game, knowing that we have a kind of natural 3v2 numerical advantage in the middle. So we expect both teams to have possession. I think a real key to this game is going to be transition, because LA is very dangerous on the counter, and we need to use the counter as well at times when they have the ball, because LA does have a bit of the ball as well, like to play and possess. So I think it's going to make for a really interesting game. I think it'll be exciting. I think there'll be chances. I think there'll be a nice rhythm and flow to it. Like always when we play LA, it gets chippy as well. So I think there'll be a lot of intensity to the game, and they're the MLS Cup champions, so they're the best team in the league, and they've got the best player in the league in Robbie Keane. So it's a real measuring stick for us early in the year, and if we can pull off the upset on these guys, then that makes a huge statement for our club, and I think it gives us a lot of momentum into the rest of the year. So we look at it as a really big opportunity. Obviously it's a challenge, but it's a great opportunity to get 3 points against the MLS Cup champions. Certainly we're the underdog. I mean, you know, they're the super club of MLS, and they've proven that with their trophies. And you know, we're 5 years into this, and we haven't won anything yet. So we have a lot of respect to earn. But this is a great opportunity for us to maybe earn a little bit of respect.
You mentioned LA's counterattacking. Does that change at all without Landon Donovan in there? What do they need to do without a player who's obviously been so huge for them over a long time?
It's a good question, William. I think, yeah, I mean, Landon, Keane, Zardes, those are the three guys that typically break in their counterattacking game, break quickly. And without Landon, it's one less guy, but, you know, all they need is Robbie Keane. You know, he's ruthless, and he needs one chance, one moment, and that's what makes him so good. Is he's a killer in the box. He's got ice in his veins, and you know, I was looking at his. I think he has something like 60 some odd goals and a little over 100 appearances. So like 60% of the time he's scoring a goal. So and that doesn't even include assists. You know, so almost every game he's getting a goal or an assist. So if we can manage him and limit, you know, we have had some good games against LA. Not as many last year, but you know, we've had some tight games with them, and I think we've managed him pretty well. But you can't forget about the other guys also. Zardes has really come on, and he's become a goal scorer for them, and I think the combination, pretty similar to Martins and Dempsey, combination of a Zardes and a Keane, you know, and how they kind of link up, one guy checking, one guy stretching, you know, it proposes problems. And that's why, you know, if you look at LA and you look at Seattle, they're probably the best two teams in the league because they got two strikers that play well off each other, and both those teams have two strikers that score goals consistently. So, you know, that means you're going to win games, which they have.
Just to sort of round out the injury updates, didn't see Michael Nanchoff out there, and then Shield Chuma was over on the sidelines. Can you give us an update on those guys?
Sorry, I'm thirsty today. It's hot. Nanchoff has a hip flexor, which you guys knew about a week ago or so, and then he was back in for the game, but still felt it. Even though he played, he felt it a little bit in the game. So we're going to send him to LA to get evaluated for a possible sports hernia. So we'll see. But he'll be out this weekend. So we'll evaluate him. If he does have a sports hernia, we'll get the surgery immediately. And then Shuma has a little bit of a, you know, tight groin. It's nothing serious. It's a little niggle. But he was out of training the last couple of days. But I think he'll be probably back in training tomorrow, but we'll see whether or not he's ready to play any minutes on the weekend. We'll see.